In this video, we're going to talk about another issue we've been seeing, and it deals with a lot of text being generated from the survey data. And right now, our scale is 1 inch equals 20, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my level manager and turn on the text. The surveyor had it turned off, and lots of text in here, and that can be normal, but we've got a little bit too much. And to show you what the issue is, we got a piece of text with the name RM, or a survey point with a piece of text called RM4469, but then we have this bigger one that's same name. And so what we believe is happening is the first time that the surveyor imported this, it came in fine, but then he went into his level display and then turned off the text, and then found that there was something wrong with his survey work, and so he did a selection set and deleted his survey data. Now the only problem is when he did a selection set like this, and then if you would hit delete, it's only deleting what you see and not the stuff that has been with the level turned off. And so the correct way to do this is you'd need to turn the level on, and I'm going to zoom in, and the good text is this one right here because it's a 20 scale, where this stuff was probably brought in with the initial import at a 100 scale, and I can test that real quick. I can go to this and change this to a 100 scale and see how my test adjusts, and it takes a second, and you can see that the text is the same size as that other text. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it back down to a 20 scale. So the correct way to get rid of the bad text is, the first thing we need to do is we need to turn off the annotation for the good text. And so we're going to go over to Project Explorer. We're going to go into Survey. We're going to go into our field book, and then we're going to go down to All Point Features. Now with All Point Features, what you can do is you can right-click, go to Annotation, and then turn off All Annotation. And when we do that, the good survey text gets turned off, but then we're left with all this other text in there that was brought in from a different import. And so, and actually it's just orphaned text that's not connected to the survey data anymore. And so what we need to do is we need to isolate that text. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my level display, and I'm going to select all the text and turn it off. And then I'm going to right-click, and then I'm going to invert the levels. And so now everything in this should be just text. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and select that text and delete it. When deleting the text, it can take a little bit of time depending on how large your data set is. So once that text is gone, I'm going to go ahead and turn everything on, all on. There's my survey data. And if you want to see the text, again, probably the better way to turn on and off the text is going through your survey area, All Point Features, and I'm going to turn on the annotation, and this time I'm just going to turn on the name, and there's the names, point names. Again, I knew this text was good because when I go to my annotation, if I want to change that annotation, say to something bigger or smaller, it will adjust. Now one thing you might want to do too as well, when you do change your annotation scale, the text stays in its same location. To get it to move correctly based on the size of the text, you need to go to Task and then go down to Survey and redraw, and you'll notice that the text will move based on the scale. And to make that more apparent, I'm going to take it down to a really small scale, say like a 5 scale. You'll notice when I change it to a 5 scale that the text stays in the same location, but if I'd go out and then do another redraw, the text will get much closer to the survey point. That there's a distance based on the scale that locates that text. So that's all there is to cleaning up that the orphaned text. Again, we believe it was put out there when the user turned off that level and then deleted the survey data, but then forgot to delete the text as well.